Oh, we get a launch countdown here, ladies and gentlemen. So Roscoe is on pole, followed by Deal, Withers, Edge, Forest Elbow, Dubstep, Max, Palms, Savory, Mitchy, Death, DT, Ambrose, Zombie, Berserk, Banter, Jared, Matt, RBHRT97, Hugo, Laggy, and Formula Fish is at the back, followed by Water and myself. They count us too, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, well, this is the second weekend night that you're watching BANTERCARS here tonight for race 2 here at the Nurburgring. 15 laps of pure banter in the dry this time, not in the rain. Unlike last weekend, it's lights and away we go. Roscoe gets off to an okay start. We want to play focus, so Deal stays in P2, Withers is in P3, but Forest Elbow around the outside. Oh gee, going 4 wide already. Oh, a bit of contact between Withers and Roscoe. Roscoe's back down to P4, Dubstep's right there. Palmer's in 87, he's in P5, so he's made some good ground. So we go back. Oh, Roscoe Arm is into P3, sort of in the P3, but still there. Around the outside, Dubstep has the inside. Oh, but Roscoe Arm gets there. VSR making some moves there. Withers is your new race leader. So he is will be very chuffed about that. X still is in P2. Roscoe Arm has lost 2 places, still hasn't lost any spots, but he's hounding Withers 88. Here we go down there at the hairpin for the first time in race 2. It's a nighttime race here too, ladies and gentlemen. Totally forgot to mention that, so I do apologise. But here we go around the hairpin. Oh, there's cars going everywhere. We'll go on to Pontoon 87 here as he's in the middle. Oh, it's 3 wide already as RBHRT's made up some moves already into P6. Make that P7 as track limits is now a thing here, ladies and gentlemen. After last week's debacle, as I said in the first race, track limits is now on from this race onwards, so no one gets away without any penalties. And Poms gets a bit squirmy behind Death Bro. Poms gets in the slipstream of Death Bro. Zombies chasing down RBHRT97 for that P7. Oh, Poms looking for a move on Death Bro into the chicane. Oh, here we go. Death Bro holds on. The man that stole P10 from Ambrose on that pit straight on the final lap is making some moves here. But Roscoe Arm is looking for a move on Withers. Withers has lost the race lead. Will Ross send it around the outside? No. Oh, it's a battle. Withers has hit Dubstep. Roscoe Arm slides into that corner like he slides in people's DMs. That's not true. I'm just making a joke here. But Withers tries to make a move onto beat Dubstep. Doesn't get the move done. So we got on board with Withers. And Withers has spun. I think that might... No, I don't think that's cause for a safety car. Yes, it is. It is a safety car. Yes, the safety car is now deployed, ladies and gentlemen. So Withers has lost from the podium positions to P14. And tables will be absolutely thrown. No safety car. Safety car's not coming out. So it's green flag racing still. So we go back on board with... let's go on board with Beat Dubstep. He's on battle with X still. He's about... Oh, there is X still. X still's get a bad run out of the hairpin. Dubstep should have it for chips. And the Woolies chips are so great. They are the fresh food people, ladies and gentlemen. And Beat Dubstep has taken the race lead here, ladies and gentlemen. But I think X Dill just let him through. I think Dill might have had a penalty or of some sort, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But Beat Dubstep, the man from Woolworths, who swears by that they are the fresh food people, has taken the race lead here in race 2 of the Nurburgring GP circuit. Let's go on board with Palms for the win 87 here. RBHRT's got ahead of him, which is really unfortunate. Laggy from the back of the grid as well. He's into P6. right behind these two, or about 2.1 seconds behind Palms. Palms needs to get a move on to catch up to New Zealand Ryan, or RBHRT97, so we'll go right on board with him. He's right behind. I'm Death Bro. Will he send it? No, he won't. But Death and Deal going side by side. I think Death's got the move done. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So where will RBHRT97 go to make this move? Do not forget mandatory pit stop. Oh, there's a bit of contact between Dill and RBHRT97, or better known as New Zealand Ryan. And Dill's outside the podium now. He's into P4. So we're going to have a manic battle here, ladies and gentlemen, between 1, 2, and 3. It looks like Deathbro's already got a penalty. Somehow it's a 1.2. I think Dubstep also has one. Yes, he does. He has a 6-second penalty. Jeez, Dubstep, what are you doing? Being called track limits. Can't get away with it this race. But New Zealand Ryan, would he send down on Deathbro at the hairpin? No. Oh, but Death goes really wide. Ryan gets the better exit, and it's still side by side here, but he's ahead just, but not by much. Pushes Deathbro off a little bit. And he's got it. Ryan has actually got P2 looking chase down and beat Dubstep. It's got another penalty. Deathbro's got 2 seconds. Laggy is right behind Pom Tulin 87 here. Chasing down X still, so we go on board with Laggy just for a little bit here. Trying to get everyone on some screen time at least, even the back markers. Dill and Laggy swapping positions. Dill's falling down a little bit. Laggy's in the P5, started from the back of the grid. A race winner. I have no idea where he is. Let's see where he is. Jeez, Fallen Fish is in P22. He might have done his one and only pit stop, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. As we complete lap 3, I should say. Boy, I can talk today. RBHRT97 makes the move on to P1, so we caught the back end of that. So I think we actually got the move, saw the move being done, and now Ryan will just say goodbye to everybody and win this race by 16,000 seconds. Because everyone will have penalties, but B-Dubs just put up a little bit of a fight here, but I think Ryan will just pull away and say goodbye. As there's some cars into the pit lane, and Fish has probably done a Fish really. Played it smart, get rid of that pit stop, but his tyres will be absolutely dead come the end of the race. So Dubstep is 1.1 seconds behind the race leader, but he's under pressure from on Deathbro 02. Palms 87. Yeah, Palms 87 he is in P4. Catching up to these two, but Deathbro's looking for a move on Dubstep. Can't get the move done yet. Lag and Palms going side by side here. Oh, Dubstep stays ahead. Oh, bit of contact. Dubstep squirming all over the place, but it looks like Deathbro gets the move done onto B Dubstep for P2. Lag is just right there behind. Here we go. Lag is catching up to B Dubstep, and I'm Deathbro. I think B Dubstep might be looking for a move into turn 1 if he can make it. Oh, Laggy with the switchback of dreams gets the move done onto B Dubstep for P3. Dubstep will be flipping chairs at the moment, or flipping stock, because he just gave Laggy P3 like it was nothing. But wow, Laggy is back on the podium. He actually finished the race 1 into P2 because the penalties took effect. So I think that was Laggy's best race result of the season so far. On to the 87, looking for a move on Dubstep as well. but doesn't. Well, he might get it. Actually, we'll just wait and see if Poms can make this move onto B dubstep. He's looking for it, but not quite there yet. Might be looking for the hairpin. Might send it down the inside or the outside. A little bit of contact. As RBHRT 97, or better known as Ryan, is around the hairpin already. So the only thing that could ruin Ryan's race is if a late safety car comes out and absolutely just, you know, just wrecks his race. But dubstep and Poms for the win at 70, going side by side again. As they're nearly 3 seconds behind Laggy, so they've lost a lot of time, these two. But Poms around the inside doesn't look like he can get the move. Oh, bit of contact between Poms and dubstep. And Poms is falling a little bit back. A little bit, so we'll go on board with the battle pack behind. So we go from P8, which is Mr. Allen of the Hugos. Three-way scrap here between Berserk, Banter, and Hugo. They're going 3 wide. Oh no, but Berserk does come in, so Berserk's getting his pit stop done right now. And Banter's lost out as well. So I think there might have been some calamities there. So we'll go on board with the savoury of the mince pies. The one of the greatest gamer tags of all time is in P14. But he'll move up a couple of spots. Ambrose is in the pit lane. Same with DT. So Zombie is back in the P10. Savoury is in the P11. Been an okay race for the saves. For the mince of the pies. I'm sure he will savour this moment. Yeah, that was terrible. I'll probably lose my job now. But Savoury is in the P11. Probably one of his highest positions so far. If the race will end like this. But I don't think it will. He's actually chasing Zombie a little bit. Max Mate's just over 4 seconds behind Savoury. But Zombie has 8 seconds of penalties. Jeez. Zombie, what are you doing, fella? There's a thing called track limits. Ugh. Drivers, huh? This is, just remind you, this is BANTERCARS, so this is like not as serious of a commentator as you will usually hear on other leagues. So we go on to Alan Hugo. There's another 3-way scrap here between Poms and B Dubstep. Everyone has penalties, I do believe, but Dubstep with 6.5 penalties. Who comes in? Poms to win 87. He does come in. Yes, he does. And Hugo gets to move on to B Dubstep. So nice move there around the inside at the final corner. And Hugo with the better straight line speed, it looks like. Looks like I'm Deathbro and Laggy are going to start battling out full P2 at the moment. As Laggy's back up into P2. So we're going to the last race winner. Or first race winner, I should say. Which is... where is he? Where is he? I'll keep going past him. Oh my god. Where are you? He is in P11. Finally, I got onto him. Oh, no. That's just great. Thank you. Oh. Foreman Fish is in P11 after starting from the back of the grid and already doing his mandatory 1 stop. So he'll be going to the end. So if a late safety car comes, it might just save his race just a little bit with VSR Roscoe in P18. So it's not been a great race for the VSR, man. I'm sure VSR expect better better and bigger results. Let's actually go on board with Death Bro and Laggy Person. These two look like they're going to have a battle as we're nearly half race distance. We'll get rid of that the race info for now. Let's see what Death Bro does. It's a bit too far back to make a lunge into that chicane. Maybe at the final corner if he gets a good exit, which he looks like he does, but so does Laggy. Neither of them do come in. And Hugo's just right there as well. No one is in the pit lane just yet, so we're on lap 8 of 15. About halfway to go. So we'll bring up player focus again. Let's see, Ryan's just disappeared off the face of the earth. Actually, we want. Who's in the pit lane? That will be the Mitchie. And Savory is in the pit lane as well. So we go on board with Withers just for a little bit as he's in P7. He was one stage leading the race, but had a spin. I don't know if he had contact with somebody, which put him down to P14. But sort of doing a recovery drive as he needs some big boy points. As he's floundering about in the mid-pack of the championship. But it looks like RBH RT97 will be extending that championship lead over Mr. Allen of the Hugos. Which is, I mean, Ryan's already got a 201 point lead coming into this round. Yes, you heard me correctly, 201 point lead. His worst result is, barring this round, was P2. But he's come 4 in the first race and is already leading this race. So, he might be extending that lead from Mr. Hugo. So, let's move on board to a little bit battle pack on here between Matt and Poms. For what's that, P11? P10's not that far ahead as well. Actually, let's go on board with Poms. Berserk's 1.5 seconds up ahead. It's gonna be an almighty close battle. There's battles everywhere, and I can't keep an eye on everything because I'm lone commentator. So I don't have anyone to tell me where to go, which is okay, I get, in a way. But here comes Matt on Poms. Matt's got 10 seconds of penalties. Matt, how? How do you have 10 seconds of penalties? Jeez, track limits, boys. Yeah, so Matt and Poms are still battling for P11, but looks like Poms is getting away a little bit. Still about half a second between the two. Poms gets a bit squirmy on the exit. Will Matt get a good run out of the final corner? He needs it to make a lunge into turn 1. There's tyres everywhere on the track still from when Mitchie crashed into the pit lane in the first race. But I think Matt's a bit too far back. That Mercedes is just OP on the straights. Oh, but Poms messes up the first corner, but Matt goes side by side with it, doesn't get the move done. But he comes back like no tomorrow. And Matt gets the move done on Poms. Maybe Poms has the inside of this next corner. Poms and Matt are battling like last night's pizza. Like they're trying to fight over the last piece of pizza from the night before. And this is all what it's all about for P10 in that top 10 position. And Poms stays ahead of Matt, but Matt with 10 seconds of penalties. I don't know how many Poms has. He might have a couple himself. I don't know. And with this, Master Berserk is just pulling away. Almost 3 seconds ahead of Poms. And our race leader is in the pit lane right now. It's been very, very good racing so far. Laggy stays out, I think. Yes, he does. Laggy will have the lead of the race. And Hugo will stay out as well. Let's see where RBH. It looks like P4. Top Banter is ahead of him. So we'll go. Dubstep's ahead. Where's Death Bro? Is right there with us. He's in 7th. So he'll just come out ahead of Withers 88, but behind Dubstep, Banter, Hugo, and Laggy, who haven't made pit stops yet, I do believe. We'll stay on board with Laggy. Let's see if he'll make a pit stop. Actually, no, we won't, because he's on the other side of the track. Let's actually go and have a look here at P17. Let's have a look at this battle between Savory of the Mince Pies, Ambrose, and the Zombie of the Hunters. Savory's like 1.5 seconds in between Ambrose and Zombie Hunter. There's tyres everywhere still. And we're on lap 10 of 15, so this race has flown by, even though it's a long ass track. Sorry, I just had a drink of water because my voice is actually going. Fish is up in the P7, 15 spots. I think Mince Pie is just happy to be in P17 at the moment. Let's actually go on board with P1. He's closer to the pit entry. And Laggy does actually come in for his one and only pit stop. So he'll have the freshest tyres for now, but it looks like Hugo will be staying out, trying to build up that gap to RBH RT 97. And he's on the battle at the moment with B Dubstep, but Dubstep actually does come in and lets Ryan go. Ryan's got a half a second penalty, so that could be crucial coming to the end of the race. Ruscombe's got a 4.2 second penalty. Best lap of the race is a 2-minute 4:6:07, as you can see at the top there, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Fish will be coming into P4. Yes, he is. So Fish comes out ahead of Laggy, but Laggy will have fresher tyres than Formula Fish at the moment, as Fish has already done his pit stop early in the race. Lap 11 of 15, we've got about 5 racing laps to go. But I do think Ryan will have that, will have that race lead back, considering the gap Hugo and I think Top Banter have. Yeah, I think Ryan will be coming back out into the race lead. But it could be all to play for 2nd and 3rd. There's 2 other spots on the podium here. Still no safety car this race, or this round so far. It'll be an almighty crash to cause it for this race. So I think RBH 97 will be extending that championship lead, thanks to maybe a race win here in race 2. Let's have a look at other battles. Let's have a look, see. So we got Matt and Matt and Berserk, yeah. Matt and Berserk fighting out for P6 and 7 at the moment. Death Bros 3.2 seconds behind. Edge look like Edge is in P22, so that's a bit unfortunate for the Edgemeister right there. And Top Banter is actually into the pit lane right now. Hugo stays out. So it looks like there might be a big battle on here. Let's have a look, see. So Fish is back in the 3rd. But oh my god, I want Fish. God, this game. But Laggy Person's just right there. I think he's got a penalty. I don't think Fish has one either. This might be a close battle towards the end. Lap 12 or 15. Let's go back on board with... Let's go on board with Poms for the win. It looks like a big battle pack is starting to form up here. He's chasing down I'm Death Bro, so this race could be decided on penalties. Do not forget New Zealand Ryan has half a second penalty as well. So that could change everything. Not sure if Hugo has one. Jared's in P10, 3.1 seconds behind Mr. Poms for the win at 87 here. Poms is just hanging back from Death Bro. You might be thinking, oh, I've probably got less penalties than Death Bro at the moment. But Top Banter's come out in P7. So he's got out ahead of the traffic, which is excellent news for Mr. Banter. Matt's made the move on Master Berserk, so I do apologise that we missed that. So Matt's back up in the P5. He needs to score some big boy points as well, as he's also another one floundering in that mid-pack of the championship. And Hugo stays out for another lap. So he'll probably do it. He'll probably do what he did in race 1 and stay out until the final lap, or second last lap, and pit again. And do his one and only stop. Let's have a look. Savory's... Ooh. Let's have a look at Savory, Withers and Dill battle here. I know it's like the bottom end of the points, but still battles are battles. And the more cars the better. This one's had 3, and Ambrose is slowly but surely catching up to the Savory of the Mince Pies. And Mince Pies slowly but surely catching up to Withers. Needs these two to keep battling to catch up. Just trying to get everybody some screen time. So we've got 4 cars on the same straight. We've got another 2 behind Ambrose. That is Maxmate and Zombie for P18 and 19. Roscoe Arm is in 20th. Forest Elbow is in 21st. And Edge is in 22nd, the poor boy. But Savory is caught up to Withers, so Withers might have had a mistake. Though I wasn't paying attention, but luckily we kept it on. So Savory's got Withers for P15. Can he catch up to the X-Steel for P14? Every point is crucial for the Mince Pie. As he's slowly but surely getting a little bit better as each race goes on. As you would have seen from his first race to now. Slowly but surely getting that better. Getting that consistency happening. But he's a bit too far behind X-Dill to make a move for P14. Oh, actually no, Dill's run wide. So Savory into P14. What a move there. So X-Dill's run wide somehow. The Savory of the Mince Pies is in the P14. Mitchie's 8.3 seconds up ahead for that P13. Got about 2 racing laps to go. And I do believe Hugo has actually come in. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. So, I might cancel that. Sorry about that. So, Formula Fish is in the P2. Lag is in the 3rd, Hugo's in the 4th. But with 2 racing laps to go, can he catch back up to Laggy for that podium position? I know Laggy has a penalty, don't know how big it is though. And I think Hugo might have one as well. There it is, 2.5 second penalty from Laggy to Hugo. So if the race will end now, Laggy will still hold on to that P3. Hugo needs to catch up by another 0.3 of a second. Like that 2 now. And Fish, well, Fish needs like a miracle. He needs 16 seconds behind New Zealand Ryan, and Ryan has like half a second penalty. So, yeah, there needs to be a late drama, but it'll be too late for a safety car now. So we'll go on board with, oh god, it's a 4-car train here. And Withers got ahead of Savory, so Savory's done a mistake. So Savory's done a big mistake. He's over a second behind Withers, so Savory couldn't handle the pressure. So he definitely won't be savouring that moment, as Ambrose is right behind him now. So something's happened with Xdill. Xdill's at P17. Maxmat slowly but surely catching up. Same with Zombie. There's a battle line for Roscoe and Forest Elbow, but still 1.5 seconds each. Ooh, we're on Savoury of the mince pies. So I think the field is slightly spread out a little bit. Oh, there's actually a battle happening here between Master Berserk and someone else, and is that Matt? So for P5, so looks like this might be the closest battle we will have to the end of the race, as we're on the final lap here, ladies and gentlemen, of race 2. RBH IT97 is just walking away with this race so far after taking the lead from B Dubstep. Master Berserk in that slipstream of that Nissan. And Matt has 13.250 of worth of penalties. Jeez, man, I think he might be out to the top 10. Oh, boys, track limits. Oh, you asked for it last week, and now you get it, still cutting corners. But jeez, but anyway, back onto this battle between Berserk and Matt. I think Master Berserk is just hanging back because I think Berserk doesn't have that much of a penalty, or penalties, I should say. As B Dubstep's in P11, so he's had a 4 from Grace. And the Woolies man is not feeling so fresh at the moment. So from the back of the grid, Fulham Fish will finish in P2, by the looks of it, unless penalties just happens. Actually, yeah, we'll go on board with the race leader. I do not know if he has any penalties, and I have no idea how to check them. So here comes RBH97 around the final corner to win race 2 here at the Nurburgring after finishing P4 in race 1. So he extends his championship lead over Alan Hugo. And there's your race winner. Foreman Fish will probably be finishing in P2. So he has a race, he won the first race and finishes in P2. So a big load of points for the Flying Fish. That will help out in the championship. And Laggy in Hugo. Laggy will finish in P3 maybe. But Hugo does have less penalties as well. So I think Hugo will get P3, I think. Matt will finish in 5th. Not really, but Berserk is in 6th. Looks like Banter is in 7th. Death Pro's in 8th. And Jared's had an accident. He's crashed at the final corner. He's dropping places a little bit. He's in the P12. Mitchie's a bit too far back. He's slowly catching up to him now. It's 3 seconds. He's in 11th. Jared will finish in 12th. But I don't know about the penalty situation. Mitchie will finish in 13th. Looks like Withers will finish in 14th. Savoury of Mince Pie will finish in 15th. Ambrose in 16th. Zombie, oh no, Max. Zombie and Max have had a collision together. So Max won't finish 18th, Zombie in 19th. Forest Elbow will finish in 20th, I think. Oh no, Roscoe got him! Another close finish on the racing line between Roscoe and Forest Elbow. So Roscoe gets 20th, but 5 seconds of penalties. Edge is in 22nd, the lone man. And then Warden is just driving around because the race will end with a countdown timer. But ladies and gentlemen, what a race. What a race. These two races have been spectacular. And that will be the end. I think. No, I'm still waiting for the race end. Don't know why I went to the loading screen. There's Warden. He flips over, and that's a thumbnail shot right there. Yes, it is. I tried to remove the race info, but yeah. Race ends in 1 second. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for tonight's race here at the Nurburgring. We're just going to wait for Matt to do the standings, chop these videos up into race 1 and 2. And they should be on the Redline Racing League YouTube channel as soon as possible.